Hey y'all, this is Danny from Insane in the Brine. I'm here today to show you about one of my new pickle recipes that's in my new cookbook that's called Insane in the Brine, the official cookbook. This came out in the last couple weeks, been working on that for over a year, and a lot of different kinds of recipes in there, a lot of different pickles. One of the pickle recipes I made in the last year was inspired by a kind of Scandinavian and Central European candy called Salmiak licorice or salt licorice, which is, it's like licorice candy, but they use another kind of salt that's not regular table salt. It's ammonium chloride, and it's got a salty flavor, but there's something, the ammonium part just makes it somehow a little bit more pungent, and it has its own really distinct flavor. And I have an example here. It might look backwards, but it doubles out. It's like a double salt, really salty candy, really, you know, nice and sweet and licoricey, but also really salty. I just love it. And I found out about it because a friend of mine started working in Switzerland who knew I loved licorice candy, and he started bringing this back for me to have. This was years ago. And when I got really into pickle making, I'm trying to think of all different kinds of flavors. I thought, I really want to capture this flavor in a pickle. And I looked into ammonium chloride and about its safety and all that. And it's totally safe the way table salt is. I mean, you don't want to have tons of it all the time, but it's safe. People in these countries who eat this a lot don't have health problems. So when I show you this recipe and you see this stuff, you know, it's got a very chemically name. They don't call it just salt. You know, the bag says ammonium chloride. It looks like a bag of chemicals, and it is, but it's delicious. So with no further ado, here's my recipe for making salt licorice pickles. It's got a lot of real licorice in it, the ammonium chloride, which you can buy online, food grade, and also a lot of other licorice flavors in there as undertones, like fennel and anise and the little star anise. Just to really round out a really licoricey flavor. Sorry, this takes a while to eat. But I love it. I love the pickles. I love this. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. If you don't like licorice or pickles, it's not for you. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. I just want to mention right here that my recipe calls for 2.5 pounds of cucumbers, which will fill to the top of the jar, but I only came up with 2 pounds that week from my garden, so that's why I'm short here. But if you follow the recipe as it is in the cookbook, you'll be good to go. Well, everybody, it's been a couple weeks since I made those pickles. I've been tasting them along the way, and they just get better with time. The saltiness kind of mellows out, and the flavor permeates more into the cucumbers. They're sweeter, more licorice flavor now. They're just, to me, they're amazing. So if it's of interest to you, hopefully you'll check it out in my cookbook, The Insane in the Brine, the official cookbook. And yeah, come out and take a look at what I made. These definitely have a really intense flavor, like the salt licorice has an intense flavor. And I just love it. I feel like this recipe really does capture the flavor of that candy. But it's also, you know, it's a cucumber. It's its own unique thing as well. So, if I wanted the candy exactly, I would just buy the candy. But it's kind of its own beast, and I just love it. I hope you'll check this out. Just so crunchy. All right, thanks for watching.